What is up,
Hi,
guys?
everybody.
Hey, y'all. I am Mikey Cooper.
I'm Dish Nelson, and we are the Authemtik.
We're about to get into season 2, episode 11 tonight. But before we do, y'all know what we gotta do. We gotta roll the intro. Let's get it.
we need to start doing a backstage segment so that you guys can see what we do backstage.
I'm saying because it be
when the
crazy.
music is playing. Because listen,
we be jamming out. You feel me?
Listening to the music in my headphones was like, wow. Hello, everybody. Hello,
Hey
mother.
y'all.
Here and ready. Hi, Miss Maisha. Hello.
Hey, Mom. I
Hey,
see you down there.
Nanny.
Hey, Miss
Hey,
Ruby.
superstars.
Hey, Aunt Tanisha. Hey, y'all. We already in here. You feel me? Before we get into this show, y'all know we always ask y'all to please share the live up so we can get everybody in here to see the great
You already know
we got going down tonight.
And make sure you comment how your day was, what you did
Yes,
today.
let us
And
know.
I was just thinking of a little thing that we should do for like later shows. What if we like had a secret person come in here, right, on a secret account, and they had to like put in the chat little details about them. And the people had to guess who they were, and then they like come on like a guess. How does that sound? That sounds really fun. I think that'll be
That's interesting. That's a fun game. We might have to try that out.
Yeah.
Yes.
How is everybody doing tonight on this Friday evening?
Yes, it is Friday night. How was everybody's day? How was school? How was work? How was staying in the house? Y'all, it's been a crazy world. But listen, we're going to dig into that in a little bit.
Yes. Yeah.
How was your day, Dave?
Mikey? Yeah.
You so polite. Gonna ask me first. But
Thank you.
What did I do today? It's a good Friday. I did some schoolwork. School was very easy today. I just went to all my classes and I'm out. I'm free for the weekend. What else did I do today? Worked on some stuff for the show. Watched some Bel Air with my mom, my brother, and my baby cousin. Yeah, it was interesting. Y'all, go Bel Air. Like we told you, great show.
So he was talking in a British accent. So I'm
British accent.
So what I did today, I woke up. I went downstairs and I made an amazing smoothie bowl. It was absolutely delicious. It was an acai bowl, and it was a smoothie bowl. It was absolutely delicious. It had blueberries, granola in it. If you want to see it, go to my Instagram story. You'll see it. It was absolutely delicious. It was divine.
Yes.
It was divine. So I also ate an omelet. My mom made me an amazing omelet.
An egg and cheese omelet.
I couldn't eat cheese because
you're lactose intolerant. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Okay, so egg omelet, yeah.
So just egg, and salt and pepper,
Salt and pepper, a little bit seasoning, you gotta spice it up.
Just a little bit of that. So then I did schoolwork, of course, math, did a little bit of what's the subject I did? can't remember. I did work.
Algebra.
And
Yeah.
then yes, and then I got dressed in an
Right.
amazing outfit, and
Yeah,
then
if you didn't see our
I
outfit, go to her page
go
at
to my
Chanel on
Instagram
Instagram. She posted that
at
at
Chanel.
DEYSHANEL.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is it. So then I went out to the grocery store with my mom and my sister just to get some stuff for
Right.
our tacos because we had tacos tonight and it
Mm-hmm.
was bussin'. And then I
Bosom,
came
bosom.
here.
Yes, definitely.
I got home like an hour before our show, and here I am. I feel like I'm doing more of an Australian accent than a British accent,
You
but
done
it's
fell out of
okay.
it.
It's okay.
Y'all,
It's
for the
been a
people who
good
just
day.
joined. Yes, it
Awesome.
has. For the people who just joined,
Hey,
we was just
Sis.
doing something with the
Yeah.
British accents. I know y'all was confused.
I love you. Hi, thank you. Love you too.
We love you too.
Hey, beautiful people. Hey.
Hey, Miss
Um,
Shook, I see
you
you in
know
here.
what I love about Fridays and our podcast. I mean, what I love about our podcast is that it
Mm-hmm.
always reminds me that it's Friday and just tomorrow is Saturday. It just
Yes,
is.
a free weekend from all things that life calls jail.
You did a good job and hello. Thank you, Mr. Andre. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Mr. Andre. That was excellent. Excellent,
You were
yeah.
hot on the back.
Huh?
Hey, D.
What's up? We see
Jalen
y'all.
said hi.
Hey,
Hey, Jalen.
Jalen. That was so in sync.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we get started around here at like 7:06, 7:07, so make sure you stick
Yes.
around.
Yes. It's love. Remember, y'all share the link for YouTube. Go down below the video where it says share. Copy that link and send it to everybody you know. I want to see your pastor on this live. And then for Facebook, you can do that as well.
Hey, Dad.
Yes.
Tell the family I said hello.
Yes,
Can we talk
yes.
about how different my hair is
Yeah,
from last week?
look at Daisha's hair. Like, I just got a compliment. It looks so fire. I told her we were on the phone this morning, this afternoon, that she's giving mad Moesha vibes right
Moesha
now.
vibes. That's right. Brandy, hit me up.
Tell her, Brandy, stop playing. We love you,
yes,
boo.
we're
Yeah.
loving it. We're loving it. It's giving.
Yes.
It's giving.
Definitely.
I think almost every week I've had a different hairstyle. So for like the last 2 weeks, I think I've had
almost
the same
every week
ponytail.
I've had this beanie on, but it's gonna be gone soon. It's becoming a trademark. I told y'all it's gonna be a trademark by the time I'm done.
It is. It already is a trademark, man.
Facts.
Love the beads. Thank you so much. It looks so good. You guys are so sweet. Thank you.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. It's love.
Do that.
Well, it's about that time, y'all, to get into these topics, get into this show. It is
is
season 2, episode 11. You are
That's crazy. 11 already.
We are at episode 11. We keep going. It won't stop. Yes. But anyways,
we're not gonna stop.
Without further ado, let the beautiful Daisha Nelson carry us into the show. Daisha, what we got off the bat?
All right. So our first topic of the night is going to be should children be restricted from technology? Now you're probably like, where did this topic come from? Right. We heard a little story about a now 18-year-old boy whose mother paid him at 12 years old $1,800 to not go on any social media until he was 18.
Wow.
My thoughts, not enough money. Okay? if you want me to be off social media for all those years until I'm 1800 it's nothing. I
Give
mean,
me 18,000. Now I'm playing.
Like I don't know. I just don't think it's enough. I think I know you're trying to protect your son and everything, but like I just think it's like
sometimes that type of what is the word I'm looking for? Type of arrangement or concept can be more damaging to the child than protective. In the sense of you're sheltering them from multiple experiences, then they're kind of considered the outcast because they're not maybe they're not up to date on such yet. Maybe they're not up to date on such and such, or maybe they're called the outcast because they can't relate to everything that's happening now because they didn't get to experience that and didn't have access to that information, and so that can be very damaging in that sense.
And I also think that I feel like it's just, I know social media can definitely be a toxic place because of all the things, that people can say and do. And it's a lot of different things that can happen. But also I understand if it was like if it was your religion, if it was like in your religion that like social media or something like that is not, allowed. But in the case where, you're just free, and I don't know.
Now you should have that freedom to, experience that different environment of being online.
What if it's a school requirement
to not have technology?
Right. Then I'd say it's appropriate. I don't
Well,
know.
this is the thing. School to me has always put certain systems in place that really restrict us as humans. In a sense of school try some a lot of the school system is built on a foundation of, okay, this is the order and this is how this is going to go. So with
Right.
that being said, a lot that's restricted in school is considered normal when transitioning into your adult life.
Right.
Um and so considering that, access to technology in today's society for
It's important.
children,
It's
it's
really
important.
important.
It's important.
It's important in a growth and
Mhm.
recognizing and
And
you know
learning who you are,
researching. Right.
and learning about the world. Research is not just picking up a book anymore. A lot of the more credible information you really can't find in text. Let's like take for example, textbooks are printed and then they don't get updated to maybe 5, 10 years down the road,
Right.
especially history
It's so much
textbooks.
more things that you can learn on Google if
And
you go
so
on
many.
there and search, and you don't really
Mm-hmm.
you're not really using, stuff like textbooks and workbooks and stuff like that anymore because you can go on Google and it's just like that.
Find that in a minute. And also keeping up with information and consistent and recent information is very important when trying to navigate through the world that you live in the present.
Right.
Technology aids in that greatly, and it's increasingly becoming more profound that technology is required for us to survive in the now.
Mhm.
This is
Mhm.
such a
Yeah.
modern,
For sure.
innovative
I
universe.
mean, there's so many different things that they're creating every single day, and some things can be a little out there, but
Right.
like air tags, it can go two
Mm.
ways. Air tags, somebody can find you if you're lost or something happened to you, but then there's also people who are using air tags for the wrong reason and
And
putting it on
exploiting
people's
them. Yep.
baggage and cars and following them
Trying to
home, and
kidnap
it's
people, steal their
so
cars,
right.
and all. It's just
Yeah,
crazy
it's just
how
a lot of different.
technology can also be exploited. And I understand why certain parents come from that direction of, well, technology can also be exploited and exploit the people using it, including the children. So those protective
Exactly.
barriers in some cases can be very positive, but it's also in a sense of you can't hide it from them forever. You can't restrict it from them forever because at one point they're going to need it in their life to stay relevant in the now.
Exactly. And let's say like the news, Rihanna's pregnant.
Mhm.
And a child who doesn't have social media, no phone, no nothing,
Would
they go
never
to
know.
school, right?
Mhm.
They go to school next day, and their friends are like, "Oh my God, did you hear Rihanna's pregnant?" And they're like, "Who even is Rihanna?" I mean, they probably knew of her, but like
Right.
they didn't have a phone to look up on anything, and so they're probably gonna get bullied for that. And I think sometimes in some situations, not all situations,
Right.
it is appropriate to have a phone, especially if you're getting to those teen years. I totally understand if 10 and under. I didn't have a real phone until I was
Oh,
12, 11,
I didn't have
11,
a real
12.
phone till I was 15.
Yeah,
Like, if we're being
12,
realistic.
11. I had Android phones that weren't like on that weren't like getting paid for. They were just like old
Mhm.
phones, and I just played games
Me
on there.
too. Me
But I
too.
never had
Yep.
any. I had social media since young, but my mom was more, doing that. And then I took over when I was like 12,
Right.
11.
And that's the thing. You got to give them a little leadway to explore and a little leadway to find and to surf through these new environments that are online and to
Right,
realize, okay, this is a new environment and I'm going to eventually be on this. Because if you restrict them from it for the long term and they don't ever find out what it is, they can be exploited much easier than knowing, okay, this is what I need to avoid. Boom, 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 because you never taught them
right,
about that.
right.
So that's where
Hi,
technology comes
Bert.
in
Love
cases. Hey,
you.
Ambert, we love you. Appreciate you for tuning in as
Not
always.
all children are mentally mature enough to be
Hmm.
on social media. How do you both protect yourselves from harm on social media? Okay, so how I protect myself from harm. So, I'm on mostly all social media apps. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat,
Hmm.
YouTube. How I be precautious is making sure that I do not post my location when I'm there. I might post my
Right.
location after, like if it's a post, I'll say where I was, but I never post my location when it's there. If
Yes,
somebody
key.
says if somebody says something inappropriate, if somebody says anything that I think is just a little off, I will block them immediately. My mom knows.
Mhm.
She's like, hold on, wait, make sure they're excuse me, make sure they're just they might just be, but I don't play that. I don't play.
Right.
And so
Yeah,
when it
definitely.
comes to stuff like that, I block immediately. I don't even
Mhm.
question it. I don't look at their page. I just block because there's no reason to wait and possibly be in a dangerous situation.
And this is a strong opinion that I have that a lot of people might disagree with, but this is also why I believe that cyberbullying goes both ways. You have the power to disable what is happening to you and disengage from that situation, but you also have to know that you can also be exploited in certain circumstances where you don't have the right head on your shoulders. So it goes both ways. And so with that being said, I'm quick to hit the block button if you're bringing a type of energy that isn't authentic. I'm quick to hit the block button. I'm quick to hit the
Right.
unfollow button
Right.
and delete your messages, because in a sense, it's like, you know, you got to know who you are as a person. You got to
Yep.
really know who
Yep.
you are as a person. And technology for a lot of people is how you find that out in today's society. It's navigating and all of that, and discovering, oh wow, dang, I didn't know that. Boom, boom, boom.
Right. Really, you had a phone before 15. It just wasn't iPhone.
That's what we said. No, no, no. At 15, I got my Android too. Yeah, it was 15.
Remember, social media is different from. I mean, this right here, technology is extremely different from social media.
Mm-hmm.
Having a phone and technology, actually, I think is pretty smart until you're old enough
Right.
to. I'd say, yeah, I think a
I
phone
think
to have technology for maps and texting and all that, I
right.
think is actually super
Pretty
smart
useful.
until you get to an old enough age to have social media.
Right. I think now I agree. Social media should be restricted until you feel as though the child is mature enough to interact with that. But they can have a phone
Exactly.
because it's.
But it's also like sometimes you would not know because you could have a child that you think is mentally prepared and
Mm-hmm.
mature, and they get on there and they start doing crazy things, you
Right. And then
know?
you can also have a child who is directly negating the fact that you said no social media. But there's a lot of people. I know a couple people who do that. And
Mm.
so it comes to a point where you gotta trust that you have set your kids up in a way that they know how to navigate through safe and unsafe environments using
Right, right,
technology.
right.
Yeah.
And one more thing, my mom had told me when we were talking about this yesterday when all of us were on the phone. Um, my mom had told me that if I wasn't an actress, she would have restricted me from social media until I was the appropriate age, and I
Mhm.
totally get that, and I think that's totally appropriate.
Right.
Can you share the story that you want someone pretending to be your uncle and also your stepdad? I mean, your stepdad, and might give you a story like yes.
Mm.
So I have this uncle. I don't want to say his name on here. Sorry.
Don't, yeah. Confidentiality.
Uncle. Yeah, uncle, and he's a lot older, so I don't know why I thought he would have Instagram, but randomly he got Instagram and
Right.
started messaging me like, "Hey, dear, da da da," and it was weird because he kind of knew personal information, and he was like, "Can you send me your address so I can send you something?" And it was just something was fishy. So my mom or my grandma actually, nanny, asked my uncle and my aunt like, did you get Instagram? And he's like, I've never had Instagram in my life. I've never. And so it was a scammer trying to get information out of me, my address and all that. And then somebody also pretended to be Mr. Romney. I think they pretended to be Mr.
Mm,
Lawrence as well.
that's a
Mr.
shame.
Romney's my
I
dad on Holiday Rush. Mr. Lawrence is
mm.
my dad on God Friended Me, and it's just crazy what people
I
do.
see a lot of those cases where either new accounts are created of people that on different platforms that aren't actually them behind the accounts, or their accounts get hacked. It's crazy. It's really a crazy environment. But I also have a story of just how the people online are very crazy and delusional. I've
Mm-hmm.
after I've appeared in multiple occurrences, Power Book 3, Raising Caning, and stuff like that. A writer on the Kids Night Show on Peacock, and all these different all these different projects. People just start coming out and thinking they're related to you, and it's the weirdest thing. I've seen multiple occurrences on Facebook, Instagram, and like that. People coming to me and my mother and being like, you're my grandbaby, you're my cousin, you're my uncle. Like, I don't know you.
No, because that is actually so true. Like, not even like friends. Once I would be in like a movie or something,
Mhm.
they try and come back. They try to play nice. They try to, I mean, they just go to the extreme to be friends again. And I'm just like, cut it off. Bye. You didn't want to be friends before, but as soon as you see I have a little bit of fame, you're back. No.
Yeah, see, people be so fake, and then people be so like trying to get into everything you have going on just because they want what you got.
Yep. The screen name was spelled a little different. That is true. So you definitely have to be careful.
Definitely.
Exactly.
Be
Exactly.
aware. It's still another environment, just as the physical world.
Fair.
So be aware.
All right.
Definitely.
Second topic of the night. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we about to go right into it, and this leads us straight off of the whole social media and technology topic into does social media affect how we view ourselves negatively?
Yeah, we
Saying,
have a
is it a
question.
negative effect?
Right. We have a question. What do you think the appropriate age is acceptable for social media? I'd say 16 to 18.
You know what? I'm gonna say 16 to 18 as well, even though most platforms are 13 plus, which I totally don't agree with. I feel as though you still don't even have a good head on your shoulders about the world at 13. When 16, you're
Mm.
transitioning into
Adulthood.
adulthood, so you
Young
know
young adulthood. Young
young
adulthood.
adulthood, right? Yeah, so yeah, that's 16 to 18 for sure.
I actually have a funny story about that real quick. My cat has an Instagram and they asked for a birthday. So I
Right.
decided to put his birthday in, not realizing he's a cat and he's only 5 years old. So they said you must be at least 13 and his account is getting banned. If you guys
I'm
want to go
dead.
follow his new account, it's paw prints underscore the cat. Thank you.
Yes, go
Okay.
follow. They tried to get Prince account. I'm dead.
Okay. So how does social media affect how we view ourselves negatively?
Yes.
All right,
And
go first on this
positively
one.
too. Okay, so
Right.
I'm going to say social media affects how we view ourselves negatively because there are multiple. Ooh, I need to bring out this word. There are multiple irrelevant and just ungeneralized standards of body image, everything from body image, how your mental state should be, what type of lifestyle you should be living. It's pushed upon you in a way like everybody doesn't have a different state of mind or a different way they want to live. And so social media in that sense can be toxic because it really pushes what everybody else is doing on you, and you're conflicted and you're confused and you're in a situation where you then start to believe that this is how you're supposed to be living.
Exactly.
So
And I
yeah,
feel, yeah, it's definitely a lot of different things that social media has presented to young viewers and old viewers who feel the need to be this perfect role model, this perfect
right.
influencer, the perfect face, the perfect body, the perfect outfits, the perfect everything. I mean, it's actually insane how much people, and not even social media, but people on social media have influenced poor children and teens and
Mm.
adults that feel they have to be so perfect to and fit to this expectation that they do not need to
And
fit to.
not
And I
only
wish
this,
somebody, wait, hold on. And I wish that somebody could tell them instead of
mhm,
them feeling all alone and trying to reach out to people who really aren't going to help them. And they're just, that alone feeling is just really sad.
not good. Yeah, and not only that, it comes to a point where everything that social media pushes becomes normalized. But
Hmm.
if you realize, right, whenever someone wants to speak out on a social platform or be free in opinion and something like that, because freedom of speech still exists technically. Whenever somebody
Hmm.
wants to be free in spirit, mind, and speech and actions on a social platform, they're so quick to shun it. Even though we're allowed to be, accessible to all of these different lifestyles and stuff like this, which are pushed upon us as what this is how we need to be living. Yet how we consider how we want to live and our opinion on the world gets pushed off, and now cancel culture comes into play, and like, okay, no,
Right,
you can't say that because your opinion is incorrect, and boom, like
right,
that. An opinion is not supposed to be correct. That's what facts are for. um and so in that sense, I feel like social media is negative and trying to push the majority's views upon you when you should be thinking for yourself. But in a sense, a social platform almost eradicates that whole freedom of speech thing because everybody has an opinion and it's all accessible at once.
right. And I also feel like TikTok especially has become such a toxic place. Like in
Mm,
2018, 2019, 2022, it was just such a fun place to go to and watch videos and follow people and interact. And now it's like I'll see a normal video on my free page and I'm
right.
thinking, what could these comments be? And I go to the comments and they're tearing him down apart, like apart. And I'm just like, why do
Yo,
people have to be like this?
TikTok in the shade room comments, the most toxic and degrading
Yeah,
freaking platforms ever. They just
yeah,
tear down at human and especially the black community. Bro, the shade room just makes me so infuriated in the fact that this is a platform that is dominating black culture, and all you see when you click into every post is the negative side of what this person has done. Never praising the good, and when they do praise the good, they're like, "Finally, ha ha ha!" Never could live in the moment for the positive things that figure, person, or influencer is doing. And the
yep,
shade room is
yep,
toxic in that fact, and the fact that
yep.
we support that, it just shows how hard it is for black people to be unified when it's actually time to come together.
This is why you two are amazing, even though you both run your pages. You speak super well that you don't advise for. Oh, I called you fat. Thank you, mom. That's the sweetest thing ever.
Yes.
But yeah, I think it's so many different things that people say on social media that can make you think so negatively about yourself. I'm
Right.
happy that I have not got too many negative comments. I've gotten a handful, but I have not gotten too many. But I know it's gonna come soon. I have to mentally prepare myself. But I
Yes. And
think
that's the thing. Go ahead.
gonna have to it's gonna have to it's gonna come with growth. It's gonna come with me getting older. I'm only
Right.
14 now, so of course some negative comments get to me. I don't even know why people are hating on a 14-year-old, but it's gonna come. They're gonna do it for the rest of my life, and
And
so
that's
it
the thing
just
with social media. You got, no matter the age of the person that's on the platform, they got to know who they are as a person and be self-assured and live in their skin and know who they are and what type of energy they want to put out and receive. If you know who
right,
you are unstoppable. Nothing can influence you to a point where it changes the way that you act because it's
right,
your doing. Free will still exists. And
right,
so being on social platforms, you can't forget that at the end of the day, you enable that all the energy you put out. And so it's up
right.
to you to determine what you receive and what you get on a social media environment.
Right. And I also feel like sometimes with social media, people feel like they have to grow up so fast. And I feel like sometimes
Mm,
I have felt like that too. Like I feel like I always have to be, so sure of things and I have to have things intact and I have to just know everything. But then I have to reel back and remember you are 14 years old.
right.
Calm down. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to do everything right. You're gonna have
Mhm.
some mistakes and it's gonna come the rest of your life. So don't try and rush it because it's when it hits, it's gonna be fast. So
Facts.
stay young for as long as you can,
Mm.
please. And that's what my mother has told me. That's what everybody influential in my life has told me. Stay young for as long as you can because time goes so fast that when it hits,
Hmm.
you're gonna be like, wow, I barely
Wow,
had any
that
time
right.
being young.
Now it's just time to live and keep going.
Exactly. So amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes, yes. Well, we about to transition into the segment y'all know and love. We about to go it up, glowing up, because you know what it is. It's the next trend up. Ah, you see what I did there? The
Hey, I
freestyle
see what
king
you
is back.
did. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dace. You know the vibes. Trend
That
up.
was good. That
Y'all,
was
we
good.
about to get it. So, the first trend up we have is hashtag CDC. Some 70% of Americans will be able to remove their masks indoors, including inside schools, under the new guidance released by the CDC. What are your thoughts on this, Dace?
Okay, I feel like my thoughts on taking away masks. There's probably some people who are gonna be like, "Oh my god," and I'm halfway of that. But the
Mm,
other half of me is saying we have had
mm.
almost 3 years
Speak on
of
it.
COVID killing us, taking others' lives that we care about, and everything
Mm-hmm.
that honestly I can I have a little bit of sense on why people are wanting to live normally now. Because when are we going to be able to live normally? I feel like it's all these past few years have been about patience, waiting
Right.
for stuff, getting the
We
vaccine and
wait.
everything.
Yeah, we waited for a
But
vaccine. Had to wait to get the vaccine.
right,
Yeah, a lot.
but when you are dealing with this for so long, and everybody has been dealing with this
Mhm.
for so long, it's like, of course, some people are going to want to take it off. And, I would never do that. My family and me would never do that. But I'm not judging them for what their decisions are.
And you
People
know,
judge. They say stuff. They say rude
hmm
things. They try and degrade because of your decisions. But it's your decision. It's
exactly.
what you want to, you want to do what you want to do with your life, and I don't blame you. So,
Right. From my point of view, at the end of the day, I'm just tired. I'm tired of COVID. COVID has controlled our lives for so long and it has decided, all of this, boom, boom, boom. I'm not tired of the way that it has shaped us to be more socially safe and civilly
mm-hmm,
aware,
mm-hmm,
civically aware. But I am
mm-hmm,
tired in the fact that it is controlled down to the littlest things, what we do
mm-hmm,
on a daily basis, this repetition. It's not
mm-hmm,
productive for us as humans. We always want to take a step forward. And it seems like
mm-hmm.
from those 3 years, we've stayed in the same spot, even though we've been
Yep.
doing things to progress. COVID has just come down to destroy everything that is us and dignity, everything that is us and wanting to have new experiences and stuff like that. We've always think twice, like,
Mm-hmm.
nah, COVID's there. And it's been that
Mm-hmm.
controlling factor in our life. And it's almost slavery in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't get to use that free will as freely as we used to before pre-COVID. Um,
For sure. For
and
sure.
so I feel as though with these changes, I am. I am hopeful for them, but I'm also mindful that COVID is still around and it hasn't died fully out yet. And it's still killing on a daily basis.
On
And
a
so
daily
on a
basis.
daily
Yes.
basis. So we still got to be mindful that it's still around and not totally try to go to the normal because it's a new normal at the end of
Do you
the day.
think social media is taking? Oh my God, yes. I have learned since COVID, guys, since COVID and social media, I am the most unsocial person you could meet. You know, usually when I meet people, I'm so bubbly and I'm like, oh my God, hi. But I've learned that I'm so shy now. Every time I meet somebody new, I'm like, "Well, it's like it's really bad. It's like,
Right.
oh my God, I just want to, I just want to be social again. And COVID seriously ruined that for me. I'm not the same.
Definitely, and I definitely agree. It's like, yeah, it's a scale. But moving on to the next trend up, we have hashtag Ukraine under attack. I know we done talked about this like the past couple episodes, and it's gotten way serious.
It's gotten
It's tragic.
serious.
So here's a little bit of fact. Basically, it's Ukraine under attack is trending right now for Kyiv, Ukraine being attacked. It was hit by airstrikes as Ukrainian troops prepare to fight Russian advance. Mm.
Yeah. This is actually also going to be a topic, so we're just going to
Hmm.
talk briefly about this here.
Yeah, about these
I
airstrikes. Yeah.
It's extremely crazy what's happening in our world. I mean,
Hmm.
this is the start of World War III, and we never thought that this
Evidently.
could happen again. We never thought about it. We knew, but we never
Hmm.
exactly prepared ourselves for it. And when these threats were being made months ago, everybody kind of glided past it because they thought, well, there's no way this could be happening
Right, and this is
again.
America. We
And
not. Yeah.
right, and I'm happy that America is trying to help Ukraine,
Hmm.
but I just can't believe Russia is even doing this. I'm seeing all these sad videos of these kids having to leave their parents and parents having to leave their kids, and it's just
Right.
breaking
Right.
my heart. It's breaking my heart. It's like, ugh, it's extremely sad.
So I'm understanding now that the reason that Russia is even trying to invade Ukraine is to take over their government, um,
Mm,
which is
exactly.
crazy. Ukraine borders Russia, and so it's kind of crazy. It's like, wow, this is what we're enduring. It's like in the US, I understand the support, trying to build that ally with Ukraine and stuff like that. But it's also like we're putting so many soldiers at danger for no reason. People that are
For
close to me,
sure.
people that I know, and people that I don't know that are fighting for our country. We're putting them at danger for no reason. When that's not even our fight to fight. But I
Exactly.
understand the United States has always been about, unity. And so that unity with Ukraine is to build a stronger support system. And I get that. Ukraine, praying for Ukraine.
Praying,
Russia
praying.
is Russia is just doing the most right now. There was no
They
need to
are.
incite war, but they are.
No
So
need. Let's read. Okay, let's see some comments. Some schools are not going to abide by that because they say it's not time yet.
about the
That is
mask,
true.
yeah, it's true, yeah.
Hi, Miss Nicole. Amen, amen. And never forget that either of you allow maturity to be your growth. Thank you,
Thank you
Amber.
so much,
Um,
Amber.
for sure, continue to be mindful that it can be a deadly disease.
Definitely, because it's
Yes,
still killing today. Yes.
it's so sad. It
Hmm.
is. Prayers that it never happens in the United States.
Right, because that'll be tragic.
Yeah.
We
Living
wouldn't know what to do.
living in subways as bomb shelters. I know. Hi,
Wow.
Dash. Hi, Daisha. My key for your mask may say prayers, discuss with family. Look at your house. You should determine what you want in life and don't be swayed or misled.
Definitely
Yes.
living yourself.
Yes. I heard
Hmm.
this. I heard this. I heard this. Definitely.
Right.
Okay, but that's actually gonna bring us in. Wait, do we have another trend up?
No, that's our last trend up.
Okay, so it's gonna bring us into our last topic of the night. And our
Yes.
last topic of the night is going to be Russia invasion on Ukraine. It led
Hmm.
into that.
Yes.
So my key, say a little bit while I can look up some facts on this.
All right. So, talking about the Russia invasion of Ukraine, this has been a tragic time, like we already stated. But it's even more tragic because it's like this never had to happen. Russia just wants the power over that part of Europe, and so I just feel as though why are we inciting war when you could be stronger together instead of trying to fight who was never the enemy? And this is causing
Exactly.
great, like, just great, what's the word I'm looking for? Great rage around the world,
Mm-hmm.
and the world is enraged at this point. And peace
Mm-hmm.
can never be achieved if we're constantly at war. But then again, armies are in place, and so in a sense, we almost have to, as the United States, have to be supportive in this because they'll come and attack us if they find us as the weaker, and so together we're stronger, as we all know. And so I feel it's just though all this Russia and Ukraine business is taking a toll on everybody's lives, because we're like our world could possibly come to an end any day now, and what we
Exactly.
know as our world and our life could change at any moment.
Right. Right. Some facts here on what is this? BBC.com.
Mm-hmm.
By air, land, and sea, Russia has launched a devastating attack on Ukraine. What the heck? Why did I just forget to say the word? What the heck? Okay, oh, sorry. Democracy of 44 million people, and its forces are on the outskirts of the capital. How do you say it? Kyiv? Kyiv.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So for months, Putin denied he would invade his neighbor, but then he tore up a peace deal, sending forces across borders in Ukraine's northeast and south. There has been over 100 people that had died already.
Yeah, 100 Ukrainian soldiers. Yes. Yeah. Have
Yep.
passed. Yeah, that is crazy to me. And it's like, Putin, why do that? See, that's what happens when leaders start getting sneaky and conniving and trying to take over the world for the negative benefit. That's
Yep.
where the plan crumbles, because you incited this and tried to make it seem as everything was all peaches and cream, yet you're trying to destroy the world as a leader.
It is. I can't even believe that a leader would do that. It's just,
That's crazy.
it's insane.
And
It
now
really is.
he's the root of all this attack for no reason. You
For
didn't have
no
to,
reason.
like, you didn't have to do this just because you want to dominate. You want your government to dominate that side of the world. You can dominate together. You can be strong together. But no, see, now we're at this state where everybody's in danger, and we got to be mindful that you know, it's
It's all about Putin, and Trump wants to be just like him. Say it again. Say it again for the
wants to
people in the
dominate
back.
the whole world.
Yeah, I don't understand why. I don't know why the world, the country, the civilization can't just be equal. Nothing can be equal anymore. Everybody has to say the last. Everyone has to have the last say, the last word, the last
Last
anything.
action. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
It's definitely crazy. And I feel as though like that all stemmed from social class, and when that was created in the world, and how we said, okay, this is hierarchy, and now I'm above you because I have this, and boom, 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 and I control this, so I'm above you, or you below me because you don't have this. All that created the greed of the world, and all of that created the separation of the world,
Yep.
and all that just split the world. And
It did. It
evidently,
split years ago.
and now we're here at a state where we're split, and then nothing but war is what we can think of to divide us even more and not even bring us together.
Guys, there's so many ways that you can help. Please reshare. Please, I'm gonna also be researching myself on ways that I can help as well.
Right.
Sharing on my story, sharing on everything, so that this madness can stop, because it's so sad, and it's not worth it. It really isn't.
Definitely.
With all that's already going on, and then people want to start World War III.
Exactly. That's crazy.
Yeah. But that was the last of our topics for tonight.
Yes, that was Trend Up. We hope to see you guys next week. Thank you for coming out tonight. We hope that you got some insight as to what's going on around the world, and how to remain your authentic self throughout that.
Thank you, Annie. Yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you go and subscribe to our
YouTube channel at the Authemtik Podcast. All spaces.
Follow our Instagram. We're going to be making
at the
more
Authemtik.
content.
Yes, more reels and more reels and TikToks coming your way too. Follow also TikTok at the Authemtik as well.
Also right here where it says want to promote your music.
Yes, if you have any music,
email us
right there. If you have any music that you want to promote, if you want us to want to sponsor us and promote your brand, doesn't matter. Let us know. We'd be great to give our authentic opinion on what you create. Let us know. Yes, for sure.
Right, and also,
go ahead, Dash.
And also, I just forgot. Oh no. I don't remember what I was gonna say.
But anyways, y'all know it's been love, it's been real. We will see y'all next Friday. Dash, as always, what is our quote?
Truth is a point of view, but authenticity cannot be faked.
Y'all, we love y'all.
Thank you guys.
Love real.
You.
Subscribe, share.
Conquest Gems live tonight at 9 p.m.
Shout out to our sponsor.
Keep up the good work.
Yes, go get
that's what I was gonna say. If you have a person who you know who does music, please email us their music. That would be amazing.
Definitely. We love y'all. It's been real.
Love you.
We'll see y'all next. Hold up, wait.
Bye.
Next time.
Peace.
Good
night, everybody.
And love. Roll the outro.